welcome back to the Correspondents on Voice of America. I'm Mil Arcega. Well, you don't have to be a boxing fan to know we lost a great man last week. Muhammad Ali was not only the boxing world's heavyweight champ, he was also known for his social activism outside the ring. Ali, born Cassius Clay, died last week at the age of 74. A private service was held earlier this week, but a lot of international dignitaries, celebrities, and his many fans are expected to attend his public funeral service Friday. And in this report, VOA's Carolyn Presutti explains Ali's popularity and how it extended far beyond the borders of the United States.
Before a fight, Muhammad Ali could be a braggart.
And the world will bow and admit that I am the greatest of all times.
During the fight, he could be a showman. Colorful and controversial, he took his boxing global. In Africa for his rumble in the jungle with fellow American George Foreman. In the Philippines for the Thrilla in Manila against Joe Frazier.
When I was a child in Afghanistan, I heard about him and everybody wanted to be Ali in his school.
Imam Zaid Shakir will lead a prayer and memorial service. He says Ali became an international name after he refused to fight in the Vietnam War and was stripped of his heavyweight title. Imam Shakir spoke via Skype.
He could have the cars and the homes and the yachts and the money and the limelight, and he gave all of that up to take a principled stand in defense of the weak and downtrodden.
Muhammad Ali leaves a legacy extending across the globe. And this quote of his speaks to all of us. Live every day as if it were your last, because someday you're going to be right.
It's a beautiful quote, too. And joining us now to talk about the outsized impact of just one man, VOA's Carolyn Presutti, who filed that report for us, great report, is here in our Washington studio, along with VOA sportscasting legend, Sonny Young, host of VOA's Sunny Side of Sports. Happy you guys could join us for this. I mean, there's so much to talk about, but let me just share this with you. 1964, I think I was like 4 or 5 years old. First time I saw Muhammad Ali, small black and white TV, but there was a large group of people there just sort of like egging him on. I didn't know much about boxing, but I knew then that he was a superlative boxer, but he was, Carolyn, he was so much more than just a boxer, right?
Absolutely. I mean, he was already known on the world stage, but yet he was so into what he believed in. You know, he stood up for being a member of the Nation of Islam, even when it was unpopular. Nation of Islam being a separatist organization, they wanted to separate the blacks from the whites in this country. Nobody even knew that Islam existed in this country before Muhammad Ali, popular as he was, came out and said, I am now Muhammad Ali, I am a Muslim. And as the Imam told me, the world shook. The world was startled by that.
Right. And you have to realize, Mil, when he said he would not serve in Vietnam, that was basically the prime of his career, his prime boxing years. And you have to wonder how many athletes today would sacrifice their best years physically for religious or political purposes. And Ali did so. He was a man of his beliefs, and so part of his legacy is the comeback after his banishment from boxing. Almost 4 years.
Gave up 3 of his prime years on the strength of his conviction.
And when he came back, that began his trilogy with Smokin' Joe Frazier. Epic fights. Carolyn mentioned the Thrilla in Manila in the Philippines. Some say it's the greatest heavyweight fight of all time. Ali fought all over the world, the Philippines, Kinshasa, Malaysia, Puerto Rico. And his skills and his verbosity, they were very much brought to a worldwide audience.
It was undeniable, and so was his wit, and so was his charm, and so was his ability to create a masterful soundbite.
Absolutely. He had that gift of speech, didn't he? And he was a poet. I mean, he was this heavyweight champion of the world, and he could spout poetry, and plus he was a self-promoter. You had to respect that back then.
And you know, he could say it like it is. I actually looked at one of the interviews that you did with Imam Johari Abdul Malik, I believe, and he says that Muhammad Ali was very influential in his own thinking. I believe we have a part of that soundbite that the interview that you did, Carolyn. Do we have that?
Imam.
That for many of us, just wanting to have the kind of quick wit that Muhammad Ali had. I mean, his statement when they asked him about the Vietnam War is just amazing. You say, who would be bold enough to say, no Vietnamese ever called me nigger? Wow, right? I mean, that
Unfortunately, we're out of time. There's so much to talk about, but thank you so much for your reporting. My thanks to Carolyn and Sonny and all our guests today. Thank you to our viewers around the world. We'll be back again next week for another edition of The Correspondents. For the time being, I'm Mil Arcega, and for now, so long from Washington.